Hello everyone, I thought I'd make this video for those of you who might be interested in looking at buying the Rise and Shine program that I've created to assist us to recover from narcissistic abuse. So I thought I'd give you just a little quick tour of the program content, and then you can decide whether or not you feel it's for you. So you can see here that module 1 is all about mental recovery. So this is going to be about overcoming the effects of gaslighting. It's about creating new beliefs that aren't self-sabotaging and finding the beliefs in your map of the world that someone else has put in there to manipulate you and control you. And there are some worksheets there that you can download to help you as well. Module 2 is about physical recovery. If you haven't thought about this, just spend a moment thinking about energy levels and stress and how being in fight or flight for a long period of time can have a detrimental effect on our physical body and our physical body systems. It's no wonder that we feel absolutely flawed when we are in an emotionally abusive situation or when we come out of one. And I've done some work here, you'll see, about self-care after emotional abuse. A lot of us will have programming that we are not worthy of being looked after, and a lot of us will put ourselves at the back of the queue in terms of self-care, but we need to overcome that in order to get our health and our energy back to where it needs to be. I've then looked at emotional recovery and the emotions that are really common that come up during this kind of abuse and afterwards, with some ideas of how you can overcome them, how you can process them, work with them, cope and recover and heal. And they are anger, angry at staying too long, maybe angry at not leaving earlier, angry at how you've been treated, angry at yourself maybe for not seeing what was going on at the time. Because until the veil is lifted, we don't really realize that we are being abused. Of course, the emotion of guilt, feeling guilty for allowing someone to treat us that way, often, again, guilty for staying longer than we should have or not taking advantage of the wisdom of others that was trying to reach us and help us. Shame, I could talk about for a long time. It's something that I most definitely experienced, and I'm sure it's something that you resonate with too. And possibly the trickiest one is the emotions of sadness, grief and loss, because although we know it's healthy for us to be out of this situation, we still feel sad and we still feel grief and we feel like we've had a loss, and that can create a little bit of mental conflict because we know it's best for us. So why do we feel sad when we've escaped something that was really harmful? So I talk about this and hopefully give you some guidance of how to overcome it. Spiritual recovery is next, and that talks about how many of us experience post-traumatic growth and how we can awaken through the trauma of being in an abusive situation, looking at it consciously, being able to move forward and create that new normal and that conscious way of living, and not being able to, not staying trapped in the legacy of the pain and the history of what occurred. And that moves us on to healing the wounds. So how we heal the wounds of the past and how this can stop us from being more vulnerable in the future to attracting in similar situations and people. Coping with emotional triggers and flashbacks, that's obvious. So it's assisting us to deal with these consciously and hopefully reduce their effect and overcome them. And then I've done for module 7 some exercises that you can, there's one a day. So it's permission week, it's self-worth and confidence building week, and there's a little exercise for you to do every day if you choose to help you get you back and to find out who you are in the aftermath of all of this. And then the extra resources which I've put in the vault are things like water supply, gaslighting, future faking. They're videos that are going to assist you to identify the process of manipulation and that it was an actual strategy. And it's videos like this that will really help the lights go on and for you to see clearly what happened And you'll be nodding along, I'm guessing, with a lot of those and thinking, yeah, that's what happened to me and I didn't really know it was happening. How a narcissist created, why they chose us, and then some strategies about how you can help yourself. So the Velcro effect, space clearing, getting rid of all those energetic vibes in your space that maybe you've left through trauma, through feeling guilty, through feeling angry, through the grief that you feel, also the conflict energy as well. If it was a space that you used to share with a person, then there's a couple of things there that are a little bit more woo. So how to free someone out of your environment using energy and experience, and also how to cut cords and bubble up and protect yourself. And then I've included some guided meditations. You can see here, I'm worthy, to assist you to get a new program running about knowing that you are worthy of living a life that you love, because so many of us have been ingrained through the process of emotional abuse to believe at some level, and it might be really deep-rooted and subconscious, that we aren't worthy of being loved, that we're not good enough unless we're engaging in people-pleasing behavior, etc. Overwriting those sabotaging thoughts and that gaslighting, and starting to create healthier frames of reference for our life, which will assist us to be healthier and happier, and also help us to maintain good relationships in the future with ourselves and with others. Where Are the Wounds is about moving back in time and healing the pain from the past. Cord cutting is obviously etheric cord cutting and releasing that energy, so you are no longer energetically manipulated, and that you can keep your energy clear and your stuff's not going to be playing out in someone else's world and their stuff isn't in yours, and you're not going to be as depleted. And there's also a good morning and a good night meditation as well, which will help you energetically, psychologically, emotionally, and physically to get your energy back too. So I hope you can see it's pretty comprehensive, and I've put everything in there that I did in order to build me back up again after I'd been in an abusive situation. And I just know that it's going to help so many people out there. So I'm sending you loads of love. Thank you for watching this, if you've watched this right through. And I would say, be open to trying something different, because if you try something different, you get a different result. And the worst part of emotional abuse, I think, is staying stuck in it one day longer, one day more. There's stuff out there that can help you. If it's not this stuff and this doesn't resonate with you, then that's okay. But do something else. And help yourself, because you are totally worthy of living an awesome, healthy, happy life in the aftermath of this. I promise you are. Even though there might be a tiny part of you that thinks you're not worthy of it because of what you've endured, I promise you, you are worthy of it. So please invest in your recovery and know that you're an awesome person. Okay, lots of love from me, and I'm cheering you on.